offices of Pectic in Schaefer. And our friend Sean Schaefer is going to be very busy Sunday as he coaches his Long Island Bulldogs in the championship. Mitchell Field against Mineola. So we wish Sean and the 10-year-old Bulldogs a lot of good luck as they take on Mineola this Sunday at Mitchell Field. And also the 9-year-olds will be playing also at Mitchell Field in the championship. They'll be playing against Uniondale. So starting at 10:30 at Mitchell Field, go down and root your Long Island Bulldogs to the championships of the A and B divisions. All right, let's get back to Long Island Cares. And I am so inspired listening to Gloria and Paul talk about all they do to help hunger here in Long Island. And Paul, people listening, get inspired by what you're saying and the great things your great organization has been doing for 31 years. How do people volunteer for this great organization?
Well, Howie, volunteers are extremely important to Long Island Cares because we have an opportunity to have them come out to the warehouse in Hauppauge, help us sort food. Right now, this time of the month and going through the end of the year, we probably have, on average, about 900,000 pounds of food in the warehouse that needs to be sorted so that it can get out to the agencies. Volunteers have opportunities, as I said, to join us at the warehouse in sorting food. They can join us at special events, and we have, on any given day, there are between 60 and 70 food drives going on to benefit Long Island Cares. They're going on in different community, in businesses, they're going on in the banks, they're going on at schools, but any given day there are 60 or 70 of them. And we always use volunteers at food drives to help us out because we give out literature, we meet with the public and tell them the most important items that we can use. And then of course there are many special events, whether it's our golf outing or whether it's, like we're having an auction coming up in December of Harry Chapin memorabilia. And we're always looking for volunteers to help us out at these events. And I would encourage your listeners really to do two things. One is, yes, you can call us at Long Island Cares at 631-582-FOOD, and you can speak to our volunteer coordinator and find out how you can get involved. But, the important thing is that community volunteers, whether you live in Long Beach or Lido Beach or you live, in Rockville Center, there are local food pantries and local organizations that need your help. And it's really wonderful that Gloria is here tonight speaking about St. Ignatius and St. Mary's. And listen to the numbers. Look at the numbers that Gloria reported on. 600 families in Long Beach turning every week to the food pantry because they need food, they need coats, they need assistance. So, I would encourage anybody, certainly, in Long Beach, that, focus on St. Ignatius, focus on St. Mary's, go over to your local pantry, help them out. We'd love to have you at Long Island Cares, but basically the most critical need is at the community level. So if you give Gloria a call and you go over to St. Mary's and St. Ignatius, that's where you should be donating your food, that's where you should be donating your coats, that's where you should be donating your money, and that's where you should be donating your time. Because we can't do what we do at Long Island Cares without the 600 organizations in the community that actually provide the food to the people. And that's where the critical need is. So I would again, emphasize to the members of the community and those of you listening to Howie here tonight on GBB, you need to reach out to your local pantry. You need to reach out to your local soup kitchen because not only would you be able to be giving back and addressing the issue of hunger, you're really giving back to your local community. And that's really where the greatest need is.
Just an idea popped into my mind, Paul, is that we talked during the break about kids, high school kids, junior high school kids, going to Long Island Cares to do community service, which is great because all schools have a community service requirement, and I imagine kids come to your warehouse to sort the food, and that's a great community service they can provide.
That is true. Let me tell you about two programs that Long Island Cares sponsors that we're very proud of. First of all is our program Students, the Student Volunteer Corps. It's a program that we operate out of our Nassau Service Center in Freeport, which is our storefront hunger assistance organization, in which we invite high school students to come to Long Island Cares, learn about the issue of hunger, get a sense as to who the population is on Long Island that's impacted by hunger, and then we provide training to them. We provide training on how to work at the pantry, how we present the food, how we stock the food, how we meet with the public in terms of assessing needs. And right now we have 74 students in the Student Volunteer Corps that are placed in local pantries that surround Freeport. So they're in Freeport, they're in Baldwin, they're in Merrick, Belmore, and 73 students are volunteering at their local pantries. The other program that we provide, which we believe is very unique, is Kids United Against Hunger. And that's a program that we're doing right now with special funding from the United Way of Long Island. And it addresses younger children, children that are in the elementary schools. And once a month, the children come to Long Island Cares with a member of their family, and we invite them to participate in a Hunger 101 educational workshop. That's a workshop that teaches them about the issue of hunger, sensitizes them to the needs of the hungry, takes them through an experiential program by which they learn how to feed themselves and their families on $6 a day. And then the children and their parents come into the warehouse, and they sort food, they put the food together in boxes, and then they load it onto our mobile unit that goes out to feed the hungry. So the children get a sense as to how the food comes into the food bank, how we sort it, and how we feed people by loading it into the vans, and they pick out the product that goes there. So those are two opportunities for children to get involved. And again, you can call us at 631-582-FOOD, and we'll be happy to invite you to come to Long Island Cares and take part in either one of these programs.
Paul, I'm going to put you on the spot. I came up with a great idea. And that's what Halftime Howie always does. I come up with great ideas. So, what do you think of this idea? I'm going to put you on the spot. Last week, we got a great sponsor. All our sponsors are great, but we are thrilled to invite to have Broward Limousines as part of the Halftime Howie family. And what do you think of this idea, Paul, off the top of your head? We send a limousine to Long Beach High School. We get about 30 kids in a limo. We get a gorgeous limo bus. We send the limo bus out to Hop Park, and we do a whole show on these kids learning how to sort the food and being educated by you and your staff on hunger. This way, the kids get to obviously enjoy the limousine, but more importantly, they'll be educated and they'll be performing an important community service at your headquarters in Hop Park. What do you think of that idea?
Howie, if you get Broward Limousine to donate a luxury limo bus to transport 30 high school students from Long Beach out to Long Island Cares during the week, on a weekday, anytime between 8 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we will set up the warehouse for these 30 young people.
It's going to be at night. It's going to be at 8 to 9 o'clock. Live during
your show.
Yeah.
You're on. You get Broward to bring these 30 kids to Long Island Cares on a Thursday evening, sometime in the next few weeks. We will open up the warehouse. We will have the staff there and take them through a Hunger 101 program, bring them into the warehouse amongst the 900,000 pounds of food. You can film them sorting this. You can interview them sorting it. And when it's all done, they have to make a commitment that they will come back to Long Beach and give a few hours during the Christmas holiday to St. Ignatius and St. Mary to volunteer in the pantry, to help the great volunteers there distribute the food. Because I am convinced that once these students come to Long Island Cares, they will understand without a doubt what the issue of hunger is about, and they will be aching to go back into their local community to help their local pantry. So you're on. We're going to do this. There's no question. And we're going to have a party with people. We'll even provide the pizza for these 30 people.
Gloria, we're making history tonight. I love making things like this happen. What do you think of this idea of sending a limo to Long Beach High School? I'm going to get my friend Ray Adams involved because Ray and I go way back. Very dear friend of mine, and Ray loves doing things for the community. Sending that whole wrestling team out to Hop Hog and having these kids volunteer their services and learn what Hunger All is about at Long Island Cares.
I believe it's a fantastic idea. On that note, we've encouraged Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts in Long Beach to come in and help. And I'm waiting for responses from their leaders to come in and help us with the kids sort the toys for me. I mean, they haven't been in for the food drive, but we'll encourage them for the toy drive. But we did have, I'm a Lion member also, and we have a bunch of Leos, future Lion members, and they come from the high school. There are at least 10 of them. And they worked on the food drive along with us at the supermarkets. It was wonderful to see them participate. So we have that going on, and I'm glad to hear that you'd encourage something like that with Broward. That's great.
Yeah, you know, I spoke to Bob McDonald at Broward Limousine, and I didn't mention Long Island Care specifically, but I mentioned about doing stuff with the high schools, and he was all for it. Loved the idea. I think he'll definitely love this idea. Funny story about Bob McDonald is that he has an identical twin brother who's in the plumbing business here in Long Beach. And for the dinner dance, the Long Beach dinner dance, which was at the Sands Atlantic Beach, John, the brother that runs Broward Limousine, couldn't make it, but the identical twin that runs the plumbing business was out there. So he told me that told his brother, if anyone comes up and asks about the limo, say, it's great, don't worry about it. You know, I'll get you a limo, whatever you want. Because you cannot tell the McDonald brothers apart. They are identical twins. But anyway, we're coming up to the home stretch. We have to take our last break. And coming up in the last break, we have All Creatures 2. We have West End Chiropractic, who's done a great job treating me and Walter with our back and neck injuries. We have the Cabana, and tonight is Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday at the Cabana. And also, legendary, celebrating 99 years in Long Beach, Shines Bar. All right, so we're going to take a break. I am Halftime Howie, broadcasting from the prestigious law offices of Pecknick, and Schaefer, from the wild West End of Long Beach, on Long Island's first and oldest radio station. 1240 AM, WG.